Welcome to a brief and special interview highlighting women and mentoring during Women's History Month. I have Jennifer Bergman with me today. Jennifer is the Chief Financial Officer at Unite Private Networks. Jennifer is also a WICT Betsy Magnets Institute graduate. She has been a member of WICT for 18 years, 15 of those years with our WICT Heartland chapter. As a chapter member, she has been an advisor and an executive sponsor. Jennifer has also participated in our WICT mentoring program as a mentor for the past few years. Welcome, Jennifer, and thank you for your time and your insights that you're going to share with us today.
Sandra, thank you for having me.
Okay, Jennifer, I'll kick this off with just some research that I read. This is research from Harvard Business Review, and it finds that while both men and women benefit from having a network of peers across different groups, women who also have an inner circle of close female contacts are more likely to land executive positions with greater authority and higher pay. What do you think about this?
I think that research is spot on. I think I'm a perfect example of that. I feel I've been very blessed to work with a lot of female executives. And I was also part of the Betsy Magnus program, and that exposes you to 25 executives in the telecommunications industry. And all of those, I'll call them, advisors that I've been able to reach out to and seek advice. Sometimes it's just, somebody to vent to, but a lot of times it's a place to explore possibilities or, talk about something going on in the industry. So, with that group of women, I feel very blessed. And I do think it has helped me and help my career to advance. So I definitely agree with the Harvard Business Review.
Okay, so a good group of advisors has really made an impact on your career path. That's
Absolutely.
amazing. Okay, Jennifer, as it relates to mentoring, what factors do you consider most often when planning for the future?
When I think about mentoring and you're trying to seek out someone to mentor you, or maybe you're the mentor and you think about a mentee, both of those opportunities where you're the mentor or the mentee, I always look at those as growth opportunities. I know sometimes when I'm mentoring, I learn way more from my mentees than I'm sure they learn from me. But in all those opportunities, I'm always interested in, what new skill set am I going to gain? What new ways to think about something? New leadership skills, grow my network. I think all those things are important. And so those are always ways to, be thinking about the future when I think about mentoring in particular.
Okay. I'm sure you have been in multiple informal and formal mentoring partnerships throughout your career. If you think back to the first time you were asked to be a mentor by someone in your organization or you joined a program, what was your first reaction? What was your first thought when you were gonna be someone's mentor?
Well, I think that the very first time someone asks you, I'm sure it's probably like, really? You want me? But I also think because, I've been so blessed to be part of the Betsy Magnus program. And again, just the mentoring that I have sought from other female executives, just that opportunity to give back to others. I feel like I've been so blessed that there were people who took me along and reached out and tapped on my shoulder and just were there for me. That it's that gratitude to pay it forward to somebody else and bring someone else along. So I think that's where I really probably skip to the opportunity to be able to mentor and bring someone else along.
and lift others along. Well, thank you for doing that. What does a successful mentorship look like to you, Jennifer?
I'm thinking that mentorship is kind of goes both ways when I'm thinking about the mentors. Like I always feel like I want to give back too. So when I think about some of the people that have mentored me, how can I, provide feedback to them as well? It's like a two-way street. I know in the WICT program, I always say I think I get more out of my mentees than they're probably getting out of me. But certainly, that the value of mentoring, a mentor, to be that mentor and that mentee, I can't say it enough how valuable that is for your career.
A valuable relationship there. Yes. Jennifer, is there a piece of advice that you would give someone who is new at mentoring a mentee? So, for instance, someone who is in their first mentoring partnership with a leader. Is there something that you would tell them that would really, help them get the most out of that partnership?
Yeah, I think be very transparent. Definitely utilize that opportunity. Seek advice. Really try to open yourself, and as you explore things with that mentor, it's easy to get very busy. And well, I didn't get to that, but I'm going to try that next month. And so, when you're in that relationship, I would say, take full advantage of it, and just open yourself up and try things. It's easy to push things off, and oh, life got busy. This is an opportunity in these mentoring relationships to really put yourself out there. And we spend so much of our time focusing on our jobs and our families. We just don't spend enough time focusing on ourselves and our own growth and development. So take advantage of those opportunities when they're presented to you.
Okay. Focus on our own growth and take advantage, make the most out of that partnership,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And then sticking to advice, Jennifer, just to end our special interview regarding mentoring, is there a particular piece of advice or feedback that you have received from a mentor throughout your career that has stuck with you, something that you just always remember?
Um, Advice, I would say, um, just be willing to try new things. Um, I think back to one time where when I was mentoring, I had a mentor say, make sure you focus on relationships over results. So I think in particular, probably that one piece of advice, if you focus on results, that that's great, and you'll get lots of things done, but you it's probably those results might not be sustainable. But if you first focus on the relationships and your peers and your partnerships, the results will come later, and they'll probably be a lot more sustainable. So that's probably one thing that I remember from one of my mentors sharing that with me. And I think that's been very true for me, and something that I definitely take to heart.
Relationships over results.
Yeah.
Yes, that is. I will note that down here and keep that in mind as well. Jennifer, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your involvement with WIC. Thank you for the impact that you've had on our chapter throughout the years. And most importantly, thank you for your time today on just answering these brief questions on mentoring. I know that somebody who watches this will find this useful throughout their career and their growth.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jennifer.